Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us here today to our first university discourse in Guyana. And we're extremely happy to be here today. First, I want to say thank you to those joining us online as well. I know that COVID has started a new culture, but we're extremely pleased at those who are here in person and grateful for those online. So my name is Onicka Jones, and I'm the stakeholder.
And Onicka. All right. So, colleagues, this morning we are here to witness a very important collaboration with MODEC, and you'll hear some more about what they do. But of course, they are here as one of the contractors for the oil and gas industry, which of course has a very long value chain. In the country, as we know, our production at the moment is basically in ultra deep waters. And so a lot of the services that have to be provided have to be around oceans, engineering, welding, and all of the services that support people on boats and ports. So I am particularly happy that MODEC is with us because, as you may or may not know, we just launched our Institute for Marine and Riverine Ecologies and Economies about a month ago in Berbice. And that institute is going to be working on 4 areas, one which is very synergistic with what MODEC is doing. So marine biology and ecologies, porting, port management and engineering, river economies and tourism, and marine policy and law, or maritime policy and law. So these opportunities that are being offered by MODEC to our students this morning are not only welcome because they advance that area of our work, which is fairly new, but also it advances something that is not so new, which is our focus on internships, giving students an opportunity to get a sense of the field that they want to go and work in, and of course linking them to job possibilities that could evolve from those, because many times people get to stay with the jobs that they intern with, or they get to know that maybe this is not a good fit for me. Maybe I should try something else. So it's good either way. And also, of course, these are well-designed opportunities that MODEC will be offering. So we want to thank you very much for that. And of course, it's the beginning of something that could be ongoing over time. So with those few words, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, MODEC. And thank you for the opportunity of giving our students these very, very, I think, lucrative and well-designed internship possibilities. And there are only a few. I always have to say, I hope that we will see more because, 2 or 3 opportunities to go around between all these students, so you really have to be tip-top guys in order to be chosen. But we hope that once you perform well and you open the door for your colleagues, we will see some more of these being offered. So thank you, and I look forward to signing the agreement as well as to hearing more about what you are offering. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor. I just want to say that MODEC is here to stay, so there will be more opportunities. I'll now invite Rafael Fumis to say a few words.
Hello, good morning, everybody. We're very happy to be here. As Onicka said, I want first of all to thank everybody that took the time to come here and listen. Thank you. And listen to what we are willing to show and offer. And I also want to thank Dr. Paloma for supporting this initiative. So we hope to increase a lot the opportunities moving forward. Just to mention that we just started a company here in Guyana. So we've been around with an office for the last 8 months, but we're going to grow very, very fast. So now we are 11 people in our office, but we're going to grow to over 200 people by 2026. So there will be many opportunities for recent graduates and also for internship, and we hope to contribute to the development of the personnel market here in Guyana as well. So a little bit about myself. I think Onicka mentioned my credentials, but it's not really about that. I basically started my career in MODEC 12 years ago, and I started as a marine engineer working to operate one of the FPSOs. And the key thing that I see at MODEC is that they allow us to grow. So growth has been very fast to me, and I'm not the only example. We have thousands of people working in MODEC. I'm from Brazil, so I started my career working in Brazil, and in Brazil we are about 3,000 employees. And we have experience also opening offices in different locations like West Africa, Pacific, and Australia, New Zealand, Vietnam, Mexico more recently, and now Guyana is our recent office. And one thing that caught my eye in Brazil is that what was the effort to leave a legacy and really make sure that the local team had the opportunities. So I'm an example of that. So and I want to make Guyana a similar example as we did in Brazil. So we are not looking just people to contribute here in Guyana, but contribute to MODEC as a whole. So that's our target. It takes time, it takes effort, but we are willing to take that risk. So I'm going to go through a few slides and talk about some of the history from MODEC. Sorry, let me take this out from here. Make it easier. To talk about the history of MODEC, what is our mission, vision, and values. Some of the shareholder structure, so we know how we are structured globally. What do we do? I think I don't know how many of you know about MODEC and have heard of MODEC before, so it's good to have an understanding of why we're here, where we are globally, what are our current contracts, and then I'll hand over to Tiffany to talk a little bit about the programs that we are offering at the moment. So MODEC is an acronym. So we are Mitsui Ocean Development and Engineering Company. And that's because MODEC is focused on floating solutions. Since its creation more than 50 years ago, we came from the shipbuilding industry, and we saw there was a need for tying that shipbuilding industry into oil and gas by providing floating solutions.
Who are we in this wide and constantly evolving world? What motivates us and defines us as individuals and as members of a team? Where are we sailing to and what purpose guides us? These questions resonate in our minds, challenging us. In the ever-changing world we live in, companies are now evaluated not only on their profits, but also on how they contribute to society and what they are doing to protect the global environment. Here, at MODEC, this change is in progress, and it involves learning from past experiences and using its valuable insights to guide our present actions, thus recognizing and leveraging our current strengths to allow us to work towards a better future. These elements combined enable us to foster a meaningful impact on the world. With the ocean in our DNA, For over 50 years, we have been pioneering, experimenting, and keeping up with these evolving times, looking for new practices and technologies to build offshore solutions all around the world. Our global presence has expanded our horizons and therefore our responsibility. We live in a time of transition and renewal. Adapting to these new scenarios is essential and will determine the future for all of us. It is with great pride that we share with you MODEC's new vision, mission, and core values, developed collaboratively through a global employee survey and full participation of representatives from our various entities around the world. Our vision: the ocean is MODEC's home, where we were born and flourished. Its immensity mirrors our future, without borders, where innovation and creativity are driving the pursuit of new possibilities. Hence, our vision is pioneering a world where the ocean and humanity coexist in harmony. Our mission represents what we do, the way we do it, and why we do it. Our mission is, thus, unlocking the ocean's potential by supplying unique floating solutions for a sustainable future. Our core values. Here, and once again, the ocean guides us and inspires our new core values. We are one team, unifying in a diverse MODEC through inclusion, equality, trust, collaboration, and open communication to cultivate true value creation. We care by prioritizing safety in all we do and nurturing our people, our assets, our environment, and our legacy. We are empowered, harnessing our pioneering spirit, taking ownership of our decisions, and empowering our people to go beyond together. We are agile, responding swiftly to change with results-oriented mindset and pursuing continuous improvement. We also work with integrity, conducting business in the right way every day through our compliance and ethics culture by upholding human rights and acting with professionalism. From this ocean of values, with an open horizon at sight towards a better future, and with the mission of pursuing new solutions, that we will build a better and more sustainable future together. Because together we are one team. Together we are one MODEC.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. We just renewed the vision, mission, and core values to adapt into the new energy businesses, right? So we're now focused on the energy transition, and we do have committed to achieve net zero carbon by 2050. So we're working towards that and changing the direction of the company. It's a part of that goal. On our shareholder structure, we are owned by two major shareholders, MOL and Mitsui. Those are two big Japanese conglomerates, and we are listed in the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Our three business lines, as I mentioned before, we do EPC, which is the construction of the platforms. We own also some of these platforms to facilitate our clients' production. Sometimes you come to an agreement to own those facilities and charter, which is basically a rent to allow them to operate these facilities. And we do operations and maintenance, which is the core need that we have here in Guyana, and that's why we open the office here. So what is an FPSO? I'm not sure if everybody knows what an FPSO is here. I'm sure a lot of people are talking about FPSOs because that is the kind of platform that is widely being used here in Guyana to produce oil. So FPSO means floating, production, storage, and offloading. And that tells basically what it does, right? It floats, it looks like a ship. And on the top of that ship, you have a production facility. And that production facility function is basically to separate what we bring from the wells, right? When we bring hydrocarbons from the wells, it comes as a mixture of typically water, gas, and oil. And the function of that process facility on the top is basically to separate the three of them. So we use the oil that has been treated to store in the tanks, and then another vessel comes to offload this and sell that oil. The gas is utilized on board for energy. We can also export or reinject that gas. And the clean water, after this whole process is fully treated and disposed back to the sea. So typically this is used in deep water application, and here in Guyana, that's a very typical case. One of the advantages of the FPSO is also that it takes less time to develop a field. So when you want to produce quickly, that's the most effective solution. So Guyana currently has 3 FPSOs operating, and our FPSO for Guyana, that is called Area W2, is going to start production in 2026. That will be the 5th FPSO for Guyana. We also do FSOs. So far here in Guyana, we don't have any FSOs. But it's basically the same as FPSO, but without the P. So we don't do the production. That facility will receive oil from other production facilities. And typically there are semi-submersibles, facilities that don't have the capacity to store the oil. And those facilities will export that oil to the FSO, and FSO will store, consolidate that oil, and export to another vessel that comes to take that oil and sell it. This is widely used in locations like Brazil, Africa, Mexico as well. And where we are at the moment, we have presence in many different countries. We are over 6,000 employees across the globe. And our main offices are in Japan, our headquarters. Singapore is the head of EPC, so the construction, engineering of all the facilities are headed out of Singapore. In the US, we have a project development office. They are basically responsible to sell the solutions to the clients. Once they sell it, they will hand over to Singapore office, who will build the facility. And finally, Brazil is the global headquarters for operations. So that after the facilities are constructed, the Brazil office will head the operation of that platform. In Guyana, our Guyana office is currently reporting to Brazil. So we are also planning and preparing ourselves for the operation of the FPSO. And here in America, we have so many FPSOs at the moment. We have 13 that are in operation, 1 FSO that is operating out of Brazil. And there are 3 FPSOs that are under construction, and there is another one that it's under front-end engineering. It's an initial conceptual study for a field in Brazil. And in Brazil, we have 3 offices. We have 1 office in Mexico, and we also have our newly opened office here in Guyana. In terms of contracts, we can see that Brazil has the majority. We have some in West Africa as well. We just started up 1 FPSO in Senegal. It was a project also that required opening a new office. It was very similar in terms of goals as we have here in Guyana. We have 2 FPSOs and 2 FSOs operating in the Pacific, Vietnam, New Zealand, and Australia. And we have 1 FPSO operating in Mexico for the last 3 years. Under construction, we have 3 FPSOs, Bacalhau FPSO and Hytmiah FPSO, both are for Equinor in Brazil. And we have FPSO area with 2 for ExxonMobil to operate here in Guyana. So our current goal is to prepare for that FPSO, but we are pursuing more contracts, and we are here, as Onicka said, we are here to stay. So we are anticipating growth, and we are pursuing additional contracts here in Guyana so we can stay for longer and with a bigger footprint. The contract that we have signed with Exxon for FPSO Area with 2 is of 10 years after the first oil. So that means we have a sustainable future here in Guyana. So talking a little bit about operations, how do we structure ourselves? So if we think like an onion in a multi-layered approach, at the center, we have the operations of the FPSO itself. So we have our offshore team who are in the front end, and we want to make sure that they have all the resources and support that is needed to operate the FPSO. Then at the second level, we have what we call fleet management. And we have 2 main technical teams there. One we call reliability and integrity. That team is proactive. So they are constantly looking into data, doing inspections, and making sure that we understand what's going on. What is the condition of the FPSO? What we need to do in the future to make sure that FPSO maintain its availability and its integrity, right? And we have the second side of this second tier, which is the technical assistance. They are more reactive. So they will receive recommendations from this team. They will plan and execute activities. So they are the support. Sometimes, for example, if we need a campaign to repair specific machinery or to do some painting offshore. So this team is the one that is going to be supporting that, that activity. On the third tier, we have the technical engineering management. That team is looking long-term. They are not concerned about today, but they are concerned about the long-term and how we build our procedures, how we learn from our current operations and apply to the new vessels that are coming. So we are constantly improving. And finally, the fourth tier is the corporate support. So here we're talking IT, HR, procurement, and all the areas that are required to maintain the company running. So tier 4 is basically supporting everybody in the business. So in Guyana, as I mentioned, we're planning to have 200 employees in 2 years. We are growing really fast, but we are very active at the moment. So this is a picture of our suppliers workshop. We have over 100 suppliers participating on that. It was very successful. I like to think that we are making a difference not only toward our team, but we move a big chain of businesses as well, right? We're spending a lot of money and hiring a lot of suppliers and procuring a lot of material. So a lot of people are dependent on that. So we are helping people and local businesses to develop, and we are holding this sort of event to assist with that. At the beginning of the year, we did a collaboration campaign that involved hiring 3 local companies to do fabrication. We fabricated 275 tons of steel to be incorporated into the FPSO. That was all completed and delivered to Singapore. That is going to be installed in the FPSO within the next few months. And this is our current team today. We are very diverse. We are a global company. And I think that's one of the things that attract the most in MODEC. So we like moving people around. And the intent here, as you're going to see from the trainee programs as well, we want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity both to contribute and to learn. So we're going to be moving our trainees throughout different offices of the groups and being exposed to different areas of our business to make sure that they absorb that culture as well. So when they come back to work with us, they can also contribute from that experience. So I'll invite Tiffany now to talk more specifically about our programs now. Thank you very much.
All right, so good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to be speaking to you about our developmental programs, and we have developed and recently launched 2 exciting programs catered towards specifically final year and recent graduates, persons who are excited about joining the oil and gas sector. So the first program I'm going to share with you is our onshore trainee program. And this program is for recent graduates within 2 years. So if you have graduated between 2022 and you're about to graduate this year, this program is for you. And it's specifically for students, recent graduates, in the engineering, technical, and business fields. And the main aim is to provide young Guyanese with the necessary technical and practical skills for employment. Because we know the oil and gas sector is relatively new in Guyana, less than a decade, and many persons are eager to join this sector. And you as young persons, you have goals, you might have goals to join the sector and you might not know how. So this program affords you the opportunity to put your foot in the door to gain practical skills and technical skills as well to succeed in the oil and gas sector. Now, this program is a paid program and it will last for 20 months. You have the opportunity to travel abroad. So you will spend about 7 months in Brazil. You go through some workshops on the job training and some offshore embarkments. Then you have 5 months being a part of our pre-operations team. And right now our FPSO, it's being developed in Singapore. So you'll have the opportunity to go to Singapore to go through the various phases of our URU project, and you're not going to be away from your family for the entire 20 months. I think I should put that in as well, because some persons might be concerned, oh, I'm away from my family for a full 20 months. No, you'll be able to come home for a few days, then go back on the trainee program. And throughout that program, you're also going to be mentored by the best of the best within MODEC. So you'll be working alongside our pre-ops team, other persons within the business and engineering field. They're going to guide you along and, just gain hands-on experience throughout the 20 months. Now, these are the available positions that we have. Currently, this year, we have 8 positions, 6 in the engineering field, 1 in the technical field, and I think I should point out the technical field because most times you don't see available positions for persons in the technical field. So we have 1 position open for that and 1 in the business field. And these positions include commercial and contracts administrator, electrical engineering, instrumentation and control engineer, integrity engineer, planning engineer, process safety engineer, rotating equipment engineer, and lastly, technical assistant. Now, once you've successfully completed the program, you've performed well, etc., you have the opportunity to assume these positions, meaning you have the opportunity to become a full-time employee within MODEC. Now you may be asking, how can I be a part of this exciting initiative? What do I need to do to apply? Here we have our recruitment and selection timeline. We would have officially opened applications on August 7th, and applications will close on September 18th. So you have about 7 more days to apply if you haven't applied. We've been advertising the positions on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook. So I'm sure some of you would have already put in your applications, but if you haven't, you have 7 more days to do so. After, we will have evaluation of the applications. So we've received many applications thus far, but we're going to narrow it down for our group dynamic session. So this will begin October 7th. It will begin October 7th and end around the 18th. And for this, I think this is one of the exciting parts of the recruitment and selection process, because for the group dynamics, I'm not going to give too much away, but you'll be able to showcase your creativity, your leadership skills, your communication skills throughout that process. And based on that, we're going to narrow it down again for our individual interviews. And these interviews will not only be conducted by HR, but also our technical team. That will last between October 21st to November 8th. Then we will evaluate again. So you see, it's a long process. Then we'll go and to select the top 8 successful persons for the program. After, you will go through your background and medical checks, which will be between November 18th and the 22nd. Then you have the issuance of employment letters, and then your first orientation in December, with the program officially starting January 2025. The second program that I would like to share with you is our onshore internship program. And this is a 12-month program, paid internship program catered towards final year undergraduate students who are desirous of venturing into the legal and compliance, supply chain, or HR fields. Now, during this internship program, students will have the opportunity to learn from industry leaders. So what we're doing, we're going to go through something like a mentor, mentee, or buddy system. So you're going to be working alongside a MODEC employee who will guide you through the 12-month stage. And this person will not only guide you, but you're also going to be evaluated. Because remember, if you perform well, you have the opportunity to become a full-time employee within MODEC. Now, these are the list of our available internship positions. We have legal and compliance intern, HR intern, as well as supply chain intern. Now, this year is only 3 internship positions available, but we'll have many opportunities in the future. Now, once you successfully complete our internship program, you'll either become an assistant or junior analyst within MODEC. Similar to our trainee program, our internship program also launched on August 7th, with applications closing on the 18th. And then we will officially end the recruitment and selection process on December 20th. And the internship program will also start on January 2025, early January. Now, there are insurmountable benefits to joining these programs, but I have listed the top 5 benefits, and this includes real-world experience. So there's nothing like gaining on-the-job experience within the workplace, and practical skills, soft skills, etc. You also have expert guidance, skill development, the opportunity to travel abroad, and this is specifically for our trainee program. And lastly, employment, which I know is the reason everyone will want to join this program is for employment. Now let's take a look at some photos from our latest initiative. And these are photos from Brazil and Singapore candidates who successfully completed our program. And most of these individuals are currently MODEC employees. And Rafael would have touched on the different offices around the world for MODEC. So this is from our Brazil office and also Ghana as well. So what I want you to do, students, I want you to imagine yourself in the shoes of these individuals. Imagine yourself gaining hands-on experience, gaining real-world experience similar to these individuals. Imagine yourself being successful MODEC employees similar to these candidates. And again, the deadline, September 18th, 7 days away. If you want to, you could scan our PR code. This will take you directly to our online platform and apply. All right, I thank you.
Thank you guys for that very clear presentation. We will now invite you to ask any questions you may have on the presentations. I'm sure there are questions. Well, I take it that no one wants to ask anything, or maybe they're as shy as I am. All right, we're now going to move into the signing of the agreement between MODEC and the University of Guyana to... Is there... Okay, there's one question.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I saw that they have opportunities for engineering students. What about like other technical fields like chemistry or biology? Are there opportunities there as well?
Yeah, those will come. In fact, for chemistry, we have offshore chemists that work together with us, but those positions are further down the line. So we are reserving those different positions for the future trainee programs. So this is not a one-off. We're planning to do this regularly, right? So as soon as we need those positions, we're going to start with those programs as well. So the FPSO, I think I forgot to mention that the FPSO is first oil is planned for December 2026. So we are prioritizing the positions that we're going to need earlier before that time. But you can wait for other opportunities because those will come for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for that. Is there any other question? Do we have any questions online? Any IT related positions available? Are these opportunities open to geology major? Are there any opportunities in the geological field? Those are the online questions.
On geology, MODEC typically doesn't have opportunities in that field because we only work with the FPSO, right? So that's more likely to have opportunities in the case of the company that is developing the field itself, like Exxon. But at the same time, depending on the credentials, I wouldn't discard the possibility of hiring as generalistic, because I think the skills that you can develop during a geology graduation could also help us to develop other fields. So keep an eye on the opportunities. We might have something that could fit your profile as well.
Thank you. I believe there's another question. Someone wants to know if there are internship opportunities now in the engineering field. Internship. In the engineering field, I believe they're talking about it onshore. And no, the answer is no. We just have 3 positions in the back office.
At the moment, we do not. We're focusing on the positions that we need in 2026. So we are starting with the trainee program because we are looking for more seasoned and ready engineers to occupy those positions. But as we grow, we'll definitely look into the possibility of including engineering internship positions as well.
Thank you. Do we have any more questions? in-house? I believe we've answered all the questions online. I'll just invite the Vice-Chancellor and the country manager to sign the agreement this way. So this pretty much concretized the partnership we're developing with the University of Guyana, and we intend to continue the internships year after year. Just a reminder, the internship program, they're for 1 year. Great. Can I have a round of applause for this partnership? Thank you. Okay, this is another opportunity. If there are any more questions, this is the time to ask. Yeah. You good? I believe you have something. Any more questions? I believe the university has a handover to make. Oh, yes.
So this is a customary just thank you for the team. So I'm going to randomly ask any student in the audience who would wish to come and hand over on behalf of the university. Anybody? Lovely. So first, you could say who you are. What's
My name is Robert. I'm a petroleum engineer, second year, and yeah.
Thank you. Anybody else? I need 2 other people, 3 others. Oh my gosh. Okay, lovely. So Daniela, oh, okay. Go ahead. Let us know who you are and what your subject is.
My name is Casey Narayan and I'm in the Department of Social Science. I'm doing public management. I'm also a recent graduate from GTI who did computer science.
Excellent. Welcome. Thank you. So Daniela, please let us know who you are. I know who you are.
My name is Mara McKay. I'm a chemistry student completing my final year.
Chemistry. Okay. You go. Thank you. We have two more, right? Two more. Who's the other? I know one is for you, and who's the other person? Shall I just come on, come on? Oh, they need to come. The students are here. This is their thing.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nefertiti Herman. I am a third-year mechanical student, mechanical engineering.
Right. And we love the girls in the hard fields, so thank you. Part of their training is that they have to be able to respond on the spot and to be confident, right? So it's not always about academics. One other person. Is there one? Yes. So one more. We need one more person. Okay. But before you come, I just wanted to say what these are because these are very special to us. These are actually cards that are created by students in our art department. So they're note cards with envelopes. And this is a fridge magnet, but people use them as paperweights and all kinds of things. To get the magnet out, you need to open here because people usually don't know what they are. So that's what you're handing over in case you're worried. It's not contraband.
Good afternoon. My name is Nikita Douglas. I'm a first-year occupational health and safety student.
Okay, first year occupational health and safety. That's a big field that they need. So wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to all our colleagues from MODEC and to all of you who stepped up to come and also stepped up to deliver the gifts on behalf of the university.
Thank you, Professor Mohamed, and thank you to all the students here and online. We're very happy to have executed this first initiative, which is our trainee and internship program. So as Tiffany said, you have 7 days. So please go apply if you have any questions. We're also on LinkedIn. You can reach out to us. You can scan the barcode if you're having problems with the link. Send us a message. We will respond. And I'm here. You can ask me any question, ask the team any question you may have. So thank you all for coming out today. Have a great day. Oh, one more thing, the best part of the event, we have refreshments at the side. So ensure you take.